but he has no intention of anything more." Freya swung her long platinum-blonde braid back over her shoulder as she adjusted her bow on her shoulder. She caught herself before her nervous habit of jerking her vest more snugly closed got the better of her. Her lithe and well-toned figure was muscular, even more so than her shield maiden counterparts. But despite that, she never seemed to be able to hide the ample bosom she inherited from her mother. She was self-conscious and hid it with a faked confidence. "Is more what you want? I never said I wanted any." Tira shook her darker head as they entered Freya's parents' longhouse. They moved through the quiet main room that would later that night fill to bursting with the members of their tribe, along with those of Erik's. The two women made their way to the kitchens, where Freya's mother was directing the many thralls and free women who worked in the overheated, crowded space. She smiled as Freya placed her bow in a corner and rolled up her sleeves before washing her hands. She detested touching food with any dirt under her nails. Freya rolled out dough and refused to look at Tira, who snickered again but let the matter rest. The two women spent the rest of the afternoon assisting the others prepare the evening meal before readying themselves to join the others. Erik Rangvaldson watched as the most stunning and most frustrating woman he ever met walked toward the jarl's longhouse. He never seemed to be able to tear his attention away from her, and his eyes wandered to wherever she was. Erik knew everyone around him knew of his attraction to Freya. He was even sure she knew, but nothing he did seemed to gain him any favor. He remembered his first encounter with Freya, when he arrived 2 months earlier to inform his father of troubles at home. Freya had been standing on the docks, and in his hurry to find his father he didn't see her. But it wasn't long before he heard her. She questioned his actions from the very beginning, and had been a test ever since. The more time he spent with her, the more his feelings grew from interest to desire to unrequited love. The past 2 months had been the sweetest torment he had known since he first discovered his body's reaction to a woman. "She'll never have you." Erik ground his teeth. He recognized the voice, and he was tired of hearing it. He looked over at the man who was an admirable warrior, but an ever-present naysayer. "Skellig, you seem to understand her well. Is that why she seeks your company so often?" "I certainly understood what she wanted when we kept each other warm at night." Erik's hands fisted before he forced them to relax. He wouldn't show this man just how much it bothered him to know that he and Freya were once lovers. "But that was years ago, and she hasn't been back to you since. The cold must not bother her." "You aren't—" "Could you two refrain from discussing my sister's private affairs where anyone can hear you?" Freya Ivarsdottir growled as he approached his new friend, and the warrior he respected but didn't like. He would never discuss it in the open, but he was glad his sister only spent a moon with Skellig. He didn't trust the man around his sister. He suspected there was a violent streak he wanted nowhere near her. He had no interest in having to kill a reliable and fierce warrior, but he would always choose his sister first. Erik nodded and was glad for a reason to change the subject. Discussing Freya with any other man caused rage to fester within his gut. He never directed his anger at Freya, but at himself and whichever man made the mistake of bringing her up. He was unaccustomed to jealousy, but had recognized it from the start. "Our fathers would have us join them before the meal. There may be new developments." Leif, who resembled Freya and their mother, exchanged a meaningful look with Erik. "Then we should make ourselves more presentable." Erik nodded to the other man as he and Leif walked toward the bathhouse. "You shouldn't let him goad you. He does it because he can, and you shouldn't make your feelings so obvious." "That's quite a statement coming from you, after you mooned over my cousin. You still do. And she's my wife. She wasn't when you met her. Fate brought us together. I just thank the gods they did. I will never deny how much I love my wife, or how enamored I was with her from the beginning. But Sigrid reciprocated my feelings. I can't say the same for you." "You speak the truth, even if it's not what I want to hear." The men entered the bathhouse and stripped down before soaking in the tubs filled with steaming hot water. Both sighed as the warmth